All right, we're good. We're recording again. Everything is okay.
Lots of tongue twisters. Okay. Hi. Welcome to A Date with Fate. Haley's drinking water. Steven and Rachel are ready. Haley's ready now. And I don't know, we're having fun. Okay. So when last we left off, Marcon and Faye had a little moment at like midnight as Marcon was searching for something to eat and drink to fix a headache. And then he went back to sleep. Miley and Marcon ended up both sleeping in the barn with the horse. And Faye, I guess, meditated or went to sleep, however elves do, somewhere in the house. And we are going to skip. In the morning, the party has decided to go to Larion, the capital city, to look for an exporter of weapons, as weapons are not exactly allowed, even among the elves, by the royal family. So, trying to find ice weapons or armor, something to help them against the fire beast, they've decided to go to the capital city where all of the stuff is made, pretty much like 90% of the population lives. And it's about 3 hours of travel, so I imagine you all just wake up, I don't know, 7:30, 8, something like that. And then, did I cut out?
No.
You can hear, okay. And you get going, so a rather uneventful travel with the magic of this island and its perfectness. There's just no monsters pretty much anywhere. Another beautiful day in paradise. Sort of normal clouds and 80, like, you know, low 80s, high 70s kind of weather. So yeah, you travel your 3 hours to the city. It's about 11 o'clock now. Maybe you brought some snacks with you to have in the carriage. And here you are.
No snacks.
That's true. Yeah, no, not anymore. Unless she makes it with her own hand.
I just eat Sour Patch watermelons. I mean, sour watermelon gummies.
Uh-huh.
Very local here at Freeze.
Yeah, I can taste it. So wait, as you come over the, like, hill, this city has... It's kind of like 3 smaller hills. Well, like, I can't show it with my fingers for whatever reason, but like a triangle of hills. Actually, it's more like this. So, like, with each of the, like, hills having a shrine on top, which is like the embassy shrines for each of the outer islands. So if you don't want to travel to the fire island, you can go pray at the little local shrine here. That kind of thing. So you see these, like, the shrines on the hills, but then around it, like in the very center, is the, like, most clustered group of buildings, and then wider and wider clusters of buildings as you come over the ridge. So
Now,
your horse brings you down.
I know where I'd go.
Your horse brings you back down the lane, and you make it into the first outer area, which is where, like, all the shops and stuff are. I went shared a map of this, and so if you go look at it in the maps thing, we can put it on the video later.
Yeah.
So, like, that the big circle 4 area is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You come down you come in between the two, as the path brings you in between those 2 hills of shrines. And so you end up it's an elvish town, which still means, like, kind of spaced out buildings, beautiful architecture, and it's not so crowded as a human town might be. You do see a lot of humans, though, especially, I mean more than the elves. There's still, the humans and the half-elves still outnumber the elves, especially here, because this is, like, where 90% of the population is. Yeah, so here you are. You arrive. Faye probably knows some kind of stable to go to for the day. Take the carriage and horse.
Rent a stable.
Yeah. Parking.
Can you
Valid,
back
thank you.
the cart in? It makes it so easier to leave afterwards. If you back it in, then you just get right in and go, instead of having to back it up and then trying to maneuver around.
Marcon, were you leading it?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Somehow you bring the horses around. The people in the yard there help you too, and then they're like,
Great.
probably have like a frequent flyer card. I don't know, some kind of punch card sort of thing where you're like, whenever your family comes
Costco
here,
member.
yeah, your family comes
A
here,
Costco
like,
member.
yeah,
Yeah.
Costco. So they see you like stamp your family sigil ring. Oh, thank you, Madam Cayawan. Have a pleasant stay in the capital.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Number 1, number 2.
Oh.
I mean, wait, I named you. Marcon, my Leia. Come.
Great. And I get off and follow. And I'm looking around. So, where do we go now?
Well, I've never actually looked for things of the nature that you're looking for. So I think we'll have to just explore.
By the way, Miley and Marcon are wearing the similar servant garb that pretty much all the other servants have on. Faye would have found robes for you. It's just like some robes sort of stuff. Like brownish, gray.
Cool. I didn't find much in the library yesterday, so, we're just gonna have to find someone.
Did you get a name or perhaps anything of that nature?
I got lore.
Of anyone?
I got history. Fighting with
Okay,
weapons.
well, let's start with that. What is the history of elemental things?
Fantastic. Can I do a history check to remember what I read?
Yeah, go for it.
To remember what I read.
Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to pull up my character sheet.
You know.
Oh.
I also need to pull up my
Yeah,
correct
no,
accent.
that's a good idea.
There we go.
I was gonna say, you definitely don't. It's Fenfy accent time now.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, you know.
You know.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no.
Fancy.
There we go.
Oh, Hofta is
Darling.
gonna be a good big one.
He's a righteous dude.
Do you want to ride the
The
matterhorn?
range dude. Alright, history check. I'm proficient in history, so that is a 14, which is not great.
What was it you were trying to remember?
I was trying to remember the lore from the book I read about people using weapons, elemental weapon, and elemental magic.
There wasn't so much lore, I don't know, but what you remember is just some of the early names of people that came up with this process, maybe, of infusing a sword with ice or fire or something, but that was like thousands of years ago.
Right.
So it's not like their names are going to be useful to you today.
So, I start to mispronounce some of the names and say, look, I don't think any of these people are, like, useful names
Wait,
to call upon.
no, back up. I'm sorry. Did you just pronounce that name as Jubithin? That's not how it's pronounced at all. No. It's Joathan. Oh my goodness, terrible.
Okay, fine.
Terrible
I care.
pronunciation.
Great.
But
Fine.
you should.
I'm sure
You're the
I've
one that did the
offended this
research.
long dead person.
You know he's dead. How long ago was it?
Thousands of years.
Elves live that long.
Okay, yes, he's probably dead.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was an elf. How long do elves live, Faye?
Huh. You know, that's never crossed my mind. I'm pretty sure it has. We're quite lengthy in the lives department.
Yeah, I would say in this
8,000?
world, just because, something of, like, no more than, like even Barnaby at, like, 700 something is, like, really old.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, Barnaby's pretty much a skeleton, so he's, like, in the 750 range. So I don't know. Yeah, probably dead at 2,000 for sure.
Right, makes
But-
sense.
However, we may be able to find a shop. Maybe they're using that name. It's like, oh, this is Joethan's secret stash, or something. I don't know.
I
Make a
mean, I'll
perception
take
check.
it, right?
Wait, the three of you make a perception check.
I want to perceive.
Perception check.
Wow, I perceive at a 16.
I perceive at. I'm back. I perceive at. A dirty 20.
I
Cool.
perceive at a 23.
Oh, nice. Then you're all aware that some people are starting to stare at you
Uh-oh.
by the way that you're
Right.
standing together, talking almost like equals.
Perhaps and
Marcon,
I'm gonna.
I am clearly famished. Go get me a refreshment. I'm pretty sure there's a juice bar cleansing malarkey about 2 blocks that way. Here is 1 gold. Should be enough. Go get me pineapple.
Great. I take the gold and I walk off. And as I'm holding the gold, part of me is like, keep the gold. Just keep it and run and say you didn't find any juice, cleansing bar.
And then my Leia, let's go shopping. Oh, I guess we should stay here for him because he's a little slow, wasn't
well-
he?
I was going to say that when you
Um,
handed him the gold for the juice malarkey, but
No, maybe you should go with him and then I'll just stay here. Off.
Ugh.
Up to it.
And Malaya kind of wanted to go shopping, but whatever, it's fine. Follows.
I'm just
Marcon
gonna
off.
stand here in the middle and people watch for a while.
Mhm.
Can I now investigate for juice?
Yeah, no, you definitely see, as I got an 80%, you without investigating.
Great.
There's all kinds of
Fine.
food and whatever being sold. It's really easy to see these things. Like, come try my thing, and stuff like that. So you find
Great.
some kind of little juice cart
Do we
with the
trust
fruits
Okay.
displayed. Just like
Wonderful.
the interstates, yeah.
I walk up, and would I have any knowledge of this continent's juice or fruit or stuff like that?
Well, just from the several days that you've spent at Faye's house now, nothing is really that different. Like, at the most, something might be colored differently, but it sort of tastes the same.
Okay.
We have
Great.
blue oranges. Very confusing.
Cool. So
I
I
love
walk
blue
up.
carousel.
Blue carousel. I
The
walk
purple
up
carrot.
to the shopkeep, whoever is.
Yeah, this is a half elf.
And I say, hello, top of the morning.
He looks at you a little kind of angrily because you spoke first when he is a bit of a higher station than you.
Shit.
Yes, how can I help you?
One juice, please.
What kind?
Do you have a schnozberry?
Are you trying to be silly?
No, sorry. I'll take a apricot.
So he makes... They only have like one size, whatever, so gives one apricot.
Perfect. And how much is that?
That'll be 50 silver.
Great. And I hand him gold.
Gives you the change back.
50 silver for a juice?
Everything is expensive here.
I don't
It's
know.
not my money,
It
so I
was-
don't care.
It's about like
How many pigeons?
about like 2,400 times less than a pigeon.
Because how many pigeons was that?
I don't know.
Like 99% cheaper than a pigeon.
99% cheaper than a pigeon. So I take the juice and I take the coin. And I turn around and Mylea, have
could've
you followed
fought.
me?
Yeah, Mylea.
Juices
Mylea is
go for
following
one
you.
pigeon.
Mylea has been following you, but keeping like a very suspicious eye around everything. Mylea is very uncomfortable in this situation.
Great. Hi, Mylea. So, Annie, I'm still talking like Fenfi.
Sounding fine.
So, any idea where we should be headed next?
Back to Faye and then to the marketplace, I think. We need to see if we can find someone who deals in elemental things, and I don't know if we're going to find anyone here who makes this kind of weaponry, but it's worth a shot.
Right, just feel like we're flying blind here.
We are. And we have been since you got us all involved in this gambler nonsense, haven't we?
I know. You don't have to keep reminding. I
do.
fully understand
do.
why we're here.
I do have to keep reminding you, actually.
Cool. Well, fine then. I'm going back to find Faye.
Oh.
Feel free to continue to follow me and be useful.
Useless. So you go back to Faye with the wrong juice.
While they were off, I would like to, I don't know if it's going to be perception or insight, but I'd like to, while I was people watching, see how the people around me are reacting to my presence.
Okay, without even doing perception, I would say it depends. Like, as you can see, like other humans might. Some of them aren't going to pay attention to you because they're too busy and like attending to their master or whatever. Some of them who are more leisurely will bow. Other elves might nod if they see because some of them just have like the little lacy yarmulke kind of thing, and then others will. This is not because this is the outskirts and whatever, where mostly people might send their servants to go shopping for them. So there's not too many elves, and most of them might be of a lower rank. Like it's kind of like bossing, say, in Avatar, where like the highest ones with the longest veils are going to just stay in the inner sanctum city area.
Gotcha,
They don't step foot outside unless they're going to like the festivals or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Great. And I make my way back. Have you moved or have you stayed?
No, I'm probably in the middle of the street, just looking, people watching, waiting.
Great. So I walk back and I just have the juice stretched out way in front of me. Here's your juice. Hope you like apricot.
Apricot. I'm pretty sure I said pineapple. This is horrendous. Here, one of you can fight over it. I found this very cozy looking shop right down this alley that I think I'm going to check out. So you follow me.
Okay.
I'm going to walk towards the nearest alley that I see that looks fairly empty.
Okay.
And I'm now sipping on the juice.
It's refreshing and wonderful. It was the best 50 silvers you've ever spent, even if it wasn't your money.
You take a sip and you're like, damn it, it's so good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Just
This
so
is some
delicious.
high quality juice.
So you go down the alley.
And is it like empty? No one's really looking in.
No, yeah.
Like, can I
No one is there.
stealth or?
No, you don't have
Okay.
to stealth. You make it. There's no one there. No one's listening.
Then I am going to cast, using my Eldritch Invocation, I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Ooh.
And look like a half-elf, higher-end servant. Just so that if I'm talking to them either more friendly or giving them orders, it seems pretty
Normal.
legit. Yeah.
So smart. Such a smart.
And it changes my clothes and everything, so. But it only lasts an hour. So.
Can we cast it?
Gotta go fast.
I can recast it because it's an Eldritch Invocation, so maybe at like the 45-minute mark I'll just concentrate and keep this illusion going.
Okay.
So my name will now be Aif.
That's what I was thinking about.
Aif. EYAF. It's my name backwards.
If. Yeah.
Okay, Ape.
And then like you can say it like when you're fed up with me, like, oh, Aif. You know, it's so fun. And it even kind of sounds like elf, which I'm a half elf right now, so maybe like my parents named me because they wish I was full because they're ashamed or some malarkey. I don't know.
I see. Well, Aif.
Oh, Aif.
Oh, Ape.
Aif, I assume you. Never mind.
No, what were you going to say? It's very important to me.
No, I was going to ask you about the hills around here, and
Yes.
they're like connected to the other islands, like, or not?
Yes, sort of. And silent God, DM, please correct me if I misheard. But yes. So these are connected, aka they're affiliated, they're associated. Not like connected. But if you don't want to go to the island and you want to like show reverence to one of the beasts, you can go to them, and the tiny temple is there.
Yeah, I guess
So,
it's like the difference between a
yes.
temple and a shrine is really what it would be. Yeah.
It's like the difference between a temple and a shrine is what I think it would be.
So. I love you so much.
Well
Rachel.
described, Ape.
All right. Well, I say that we should try and find some weaponry.
Okay, bright
Right.
idea. Good, great. I'm all for that.
I had some midnight thoughts about that.
Oh.
I don't think we're going to find weaponry. I'm saying it. I'm whispering because weaponry is illegal here. So I think it might be better if we look for either charms or clothing, or even, I guess you could maybe even look like ceremonial armor that might have elemental resistance capabilities. It might be a safer bet, both in that it's not going to be suspicious if my family is buying weapons, and, because we're a bunch of servants right now, so. probably shouldn't be acquiring any type of sharp, pointy objects.
So, but like armor would be fine, or
Ceremonial,
ceremonial armor.
because it's not for wearing. It's for showing off and being like, oh, look at my wonderful, look at this. It's from the 2nd century. It's so old and disgusting. Look at it. You know, something like that.
Okay, all right. That makes sense.
Not that history is disgusting, by the way. Just,
Great.
you know,
Just
it might be
know it.
dusty.
Is there a museum or something of the like in this capital?
Probably. I'm interested into where your mind is going.
I just, like, if we're looking for something, you know, more ceremonial, like, I don't know, are they going to make that in a shop?
Do you want to steal it from a museum? Because that's not a good choice.
That is what I thought your brain was going, and I just wanted to know if we are doing a museum heist, because 100% down for that. Just saying.
I mean, let's not take it off the table, right? I mean, maybe
I
not
think
start
on
we
the
should
there.
take it right off the table. Right off.
Oh, my Leia, you're such a cat. You just push things off tables with no regard for anyone else.
Yes.
Okay, so if we're looking for
Putting
something
it back on the
ceremonial,
table.
like, where else would we go? Like, is there going to be a place where it's like, oh, we make ceremonial armor, but we're not going to sell it to people who want to wear it. We're going to keep it on display. Like, that's where...
Well, that was just for instance. We could find something else. That was just me trying to think within the box that we are currently living in.
I think that's not out of the question. Finding someone who sells ceremonial armor for the sake of ceremony is not out of the question.
But again, because it's ceremonial armor, it may not be the best when, you know, trying to defend against normal attacks. Which is why I think we should really go for more charms, or maybe like a cape, or like a band, a little tiara to wear that's like, oh, if anything hits me, it takes damage back, or something of that. I don't know. I'm coming up with this on my own right now. This is my mother's mind talking. I'm sorry.
I do.
Hey, can you do an intelligence check with this thread of light of thinking?
I got 17 because
Okay.
they have.
You
Plus
finally did it, like what I was trying to get last time. With you talking about your mother, you're like, oh, my mother infuses stuff in jewelry.
Oh no!
The thought just occurs to you.
You know what? The thought just occurred to me. Like, I'm thinking like my mother, and all she does is use fancy jewelry to make effects happen, like infusing it with elementals. But you know, maybe she sold some down here, and this whole excursion will not be for naught.
And I'm
This
just
isn't
gonna
a prank,
my
I
juice.
swear. I know I'm completely unreliable. This isn't a prank. I was just a stupid idiot. And you don't trust me at all.
No, but if, to be honest, I should have thought of it too. Being that she used her fancy infused jewelry on me.
Her Fenfi infused? It's
Fancy!
infused with Fenfi?
Fancy!
Oh, fancy.
Fancy infused. That's
Like,
what became a
where
fancy.
Fenfi went, but
Fenfi's been infused into the jewelry.
Marcon, you look like maybe the gears have stopped working in your head, and I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I'm thoroughly enjoying you two taking responsibility for the fuck up this time. And I'm enjoying my juice, so thank you very much.
I'm sorry, what fuck up?
Okay.
Ace, do you have anything that can be used to...
One moment.
Prestidigitation.
I'm going to use Prestidigitation, not to do ginger snaps, but to make your juice smell like it has been rotting for
Aw.
3 months in the sun.
And I gag and
And
I
then you've just
spit
been...
up back into the cup.
Oh!
What?
I'm sorry, is something wrong with your juice?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's delicious.
Oh, well then please, finish it in its entirety right
You know what?
now.
I'm going to save it in case you want some later.
I think... I'm going to use a first level spell slot. I would like you, Marcon, to make a wisdom saving
No!
throw.
Okay, I'm excited. A wisdom saving throw?
A saving throw. What is my spell DC?
Oh, that's a
Let's see it.
21.
Come
Good
on!
job.
I guess you're fine.
Do I notice anything?
Yes,
Do I notice that you
it's
tried
I'm
to do-
using my hands and it's verbal and somatic, so I'm saying some bullshit right now.
Great. And a performance to go with it.
I'm not done.
Anything to make fun of Marcon.
Damn it. That is not gonna work. Fuck it. I'm gonna be... No, okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to waste another stupid fucking spell slot on fucking...
You'll get me later.
Ooh, I can bestow curse. But I won't.
So now I'm now just holding the juice far away from.
Not pouring it out.
I'm going to... This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end disguise self, push us out of the alley, and say, Marcon, I demand you, as your master,
Oh.
to finish drinking that putrid juice you bought me.
Can't do that.
Oh, I can! Oh, look, there's a crowd watching.
There's a small crowd.
You have until the count of 3 to start
Oh
chugging.
my gosh.
1, 2.
And I hold my nose and I go for it, and I'm just. You see my whole body contracting as I'm trying to down this juice.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go back into the alley and say, My Leia, make sure he finishes it. I have some business to finish up. I'm gonna walk back in the alley and make sure no one sees me and then disguise self
Oh my
again.
gosh. I'm so torn.
Some people watch somewhat, like, I don't know, what's the word, amused. Others just walk by, they don't really care.
So torn.
And I come back out. Oh no!
No.
Leia! What has happened to Marcon? What did I miss?
Oh. Ave?
Dave.
Well,
It is I, Ace.
I think that our master had it out for Marcon, understandably, because Marcon is an
She did
idiot.
look rather displeased.
Almost nobody's paying attention at this point, because the show is over.
Ugh. Ave. Sometimes I'm so torn as to whether I appreciate you or hate you, and I'm torn.
You know. Don't be a dick, Marcon.
Great.
Nice lesson to learn here.
So I've now finished the juice, and I am just staring dagger.
Come! I
Great,
want to
well-
go this way! And my Leia just starts to walk off in one of the directions. towards
Okay, I'm
the north.
right behind you. And I walk, and
I'm
I'm
going
trying very
to-
hard to just keep everything inside me.
Ew.
If it makes you feel better, this is Rachel talking.
Uh-huh.
If it makes you feel better, technically there's nothing wrong with the juice. It just didn't smell good. It's all psychosomatic.
It's all psychological. Yeah.
Back to being Ace.
That's enough.
I'm going to linger a few steps behind. This is my eighth voice.
This is my eighth voice.
Oh, eighth.
Oh, Ace.
That scoundrel. So you just walk through the town for a while.
Can I keep an eye out for any like charm or spell or joke shops
Charmsmith.
of the nature?
Which direction did you walk in?
The north.
The cardinal direction? North?
North.
Okay. So, like, continuing... If
You
you were
like
to go
north?
any further north, you'd make it to, like, the lesser nobility circle of the city.
Yes, awesome.
Do we want to continue in the circle? Maybe like northeast?
Yeah.
Just like
Follow it. Follow the carrier.
Okay,
Follow
you
the
went
curve.
northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah, because there is, like, another wall or something guarding each, kind of, again, just like busting, say, like, walls to cordon off each of the
There is no war in Boston.
areas. The Earth King has invited you to Lake Laogai.
Yay.
Steven still needs to watch this.
Alright.
Yeah, you just keep going. Can you make a perception check? All three of you?
Three of us?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20. It's a natural 20. I didn't make it up. It's
Oh,
there.
nice.
Real.
I love
that's a
that.
dirty 20.
Ooh.
15.
Oh, even that's pretty good. As you're walking, yeah, there's lots of people and stuff. But if you really pay attention, there is a person that appears to have been with you for quite a few minutes. Like, almost purposefully following you.
Is he where is he, like, in our like line
Behind you.
behind?
But it's the kind of thing you would have seen, like, as you just glance around, looking at places, and in your peripheral vision, you as you keep, like, looking, you keep seeing that person back there, like, every other time.
Can I try to stealthily let...
Yeah, with your natural 20,
Cool.
you're the most aware that there's a person following you.
Marcon.
Can I wait? I'll stop.
No, you're fine.
Nope. Go ahead.
Marcon. Did you notice the person following us?
Yeah, following us.
Did you let Ace know?
Yeah. Gotcha. Eighth.
Oi.
Look, Basha, we may
You
have
got a
company.
crick in your neck.
No,
You
wait.
should see the neck doctor if we have one for our station.
Yeah, well, keep that in mind. Not what I'm saying. We may have company.
I realize that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to stealthily glance in their direction and try to determine with an investigation, probably at disadvantage with the way I'm doing it, to see if they are disguising themselves as well.
Okay.
Smart. Nicole.
Let me look something up. But go ahead and do the roll anyway.
Okay. Should I do disadvantage because I'm trying to do it stealthily and not like actively poking them, being like, "Oh,
Yeah, and
face
they
you
are
from
like,
that.
I don't know, 10 to 15 feet behind you, so...
okay, I'll do disadvantage." Investigations, that's a 10.
Yeah, then you can't see it. You can't tell.
With that, can I see what they look like, or are they like wearing?
I mean, you can tell that it's a person wearing a cloak. Well, likely an elf wearing a cloak. You can tell that based on your being an elf.
Okay.
By their gait, like longer face kind of thing.
Oi. Audie, we should circle up for a second. I think I saw something interesting that the masters might like if we go down this secluded alley with maybe a couple spectators.
Let
Alright.
us do
Good.
that.
You do that. There's a few people in the alley. I don't know, it's one of those long winding, like, Tel Aviv kind of alleys. It's not exactly a back alley.
Yeah. We go in there. Is there any, shops in this area, or,
Yeah, there's shops. Like, even in the alley, there's doors going into, like, tea shops and whatever other kinds of places.
While pretending to look at some items in the shop, I'm going to message Marcon while I'm like, oh, this is such an interesting fabric my master might like. I'm gonna take out my wire and message Marcon. Oi, either trip the person or split up. What do you think? You can reply to this message, B2 dubs.
Split it first, see if do this without fuss.
This person doesn't want to lose you, and, like, isn't also trying to hide in a way, and so comes upon the alley.
Right, I think I'm gonna go look for some grub. You two do your other tasks, and I'm just gonna run down the alley. I'm just running away.
It is a female voice. She's, wait!
I'm running, I'm gone.
But the two of them are still here?
Yeah.
Wait! Don't run!
What do you want? My Leia, just nothing. Just so dumb. Just fully talking to this random stranger. What?
I now I don't know what to say. I've been waiting for you, I suppose. Can you please go get her back?
I'm gonna immediately try and respond as if I still have message, and I'm going to just whisper under my breath, "Come back! Can you hear me? Come back!"
What do you want first?
I want to help you, and she looks around.
She wants to help us with what?
It's rather crowded here, isn't it? Can we go into a tea room?
Marcon, you wait here.
What? Okay. I don't know that's. Why should we trust?
I don't want to say his name out loud, but I know who you're working for.
Oh. Why don't you go back? I'm gonna go get Ave, and I will meet you. I'll meet you back right here. Don't go too far, okay? Great. Good. Bye. Goodbye. And
Name a tea room.
Let's see, the spotted
Leia,
cat.
go to it too.
Go to what?
A tea room.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I was going to. All right. Well, where should we go?
Well, I suppose this one's fine over here. The spotted cat.
The spotted cat. All right. How? Fine. Yes, we're go. I'm going. I'm following her to the spotted cat.
And now I'm just carrying after Afe, being wild, trying to catch her as quickly as possible.
Who is this mysterious stranger that has been following the party? Is Mylea in danger being all alone with her? Will Marcon ever catch up to Afe? Find out next week on A Date with Fate.